All right. Before you get any landed property or property, you must find out what title is that land having, is holding. What kind of document is backing the property up? What kind of written document you can present anywhere, anytime, any day to prevent problems from the property you just purchased. You are welcome to Real Estate, Real Property on your darling station. My name is Taiwo Shoebo. Yes, my guest again is Sandra.
Yeah, my name is Sandra Onufere. I'm from Walls Properties. Good to be here again.
Good to be here again. Sandra, you look so good today and smiling.
Thank you so much.
What is the secret?
Thank you so much.
All right. A lot of people get into trouble because when they get property, they don't either ask properly or make investigation for what and what document is binding the properties they've just bought. What's your take on this?
Yeah, there are some properties that you want to buy. You really have to watch and be very careful on the kind of title they have. There are some good titles attached to some properties which you have to watch out for.
There are good titles to watch out for from Sandra. Before you actually get a land, what are the major things you should first and foremost do your investigation on?
The title of the land, to be sure that such land is free from crisis, so that such land will not be taken back from you. You have to watch the title, especially to know and to see if the property you are buying, the land you are buying, if it's in a flooded area.
Where the land is located.
Yes.
And I'm getting to know that the land is free from flood, is free from challenges and all that, from a monetary issue and all that. What are the titles you think are very, very essential for a property owner to, of course, to have?
Yeah, like I said before, you have to watch out for the properties and really have some good titles attached to this, attached to lands that we are purchasing.
The properties owners. Okay.
Yes. And one of them is Gazette.
Okay.
Yes, Gazette is like a parcel of land given back to the indigenous people. So such property, such land is free to develop, is free for purchase, because the government has given it back to the indigenous people, which are the original owners of that property.
Now,
so it can be used for commercial purpose and for residential.
So Gazette is a very viable document to behold when you are actually purchasing land. Once you have a Gazette, of course, you have the right to do everything and anything on the land you have purchased. Now, there is a document I know of, C of O. What do you have to say about C of O?
Yeah, C of O is another good title to a land. It's a title whereby the government issues a document to you showing that you are the owner of that land, which you are free to sell.
To sell, you are free to do anything and everything on it, yeah, which is a certificate of occupancy. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
That's the
C of O, certificate of occupancy.
Oh,
yes.
Now
showing that you are the new occupant of that land.
Yes,
that land. Because it is said that government own the government own the land, and government is leasing back the land to whoever wants to purchase the land for 99 years. After 99 years, the government takes back the land.
And yes. What happens after 99 years?
For now, we don't know. Maybe those the government will be able to tell us what happens after that 99.
Who actually goes back to actually find out if the land is already 99 years? Now, some agents, realtors, land sellers will tell you this land is covered by governor's consent.
Yes.
Can you enlighten us more about what it is to have a governor's consent?
Yes, a land having C of O, which is certificate of occupancy, once it is sold again to another client, sold again to another person, that person will have to go back to the government to get a consent from them showing that there's a transfer of ownership
To new person,
to the new buyer.
occupancy of the property.
Exactly.
And getting governor's consent to prevent issues over land. Do you know the process?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Getting the governor's consent as a document to prevent issues over land. How do you go about this?
With the governor's consent, you are not supposed to have any other issue, because governor's consent as a title of a land is a good title. So you are not supposed to have any issue whatsoever with such properties you have acquired.
So Omonile cannot threaten you to say where do you want to go and all that?
No, because you have the governor's consent, which has been issued to you, showing that there is a transfer of ownership from you buying from a land which was formerly owned, which formerly has a title of C of O. Okay. Now the governor is aware. The governor has given his consent to you to own that property.
So that the property is now owned by Mr. B, who has a C of O initially for the land. Yeah. Now it's transferring the land to Mr. B. So yes. Mr. B will now seek.
We'll have to go back to the government.
Okay.
Yes, to ask for the governor's consent.
Governor's consent. All right. Thank you very much. We are still on your show, Real Estate, Real Property, and I'm still your host, Taiwo Shoyebo. Deed of assignment.
Yeah.
So many people don't really care about what title the land they are buying, especially in the rural area. It's by his brother's land and my sister's land that is owing the property. So they don't care what title the land is having. Deed of assignment. What is your submission on this?
Yeah, deed of assignment is also another good title for a land, or I say for a property. It is a transfer of is an agreement between the seller and the buyer, showing that there was a transfer of ownership from the seller to the buyer. So it's also a good title for a property.
Wow, let me quickly recap what we have discussed so far. We've talked about Gesset, that is government's consent giving the land back to the indigenous people to make use of the land, either for sales, either for residence, either for commercial purposes. We also discussed about a C of O, which is certificate of occupancy. And with that, you are sure of being the owner of that land or property for 99 years.
Exactly.
After which you cease to be the owner. And like Sandra just told us now, up to now, we have not actually gotten the issues that, okay, this land is over 99 years and government is taking it back. And of course, you can always get governor's consent to prevent issues. Once you get a land that has C of O, then the next document to prevent any issue either now or tomorrow or whatever or in the future is to get governor's consent. And of course, deed of assignment is another wonderful document you must have to prevent issues now for yourself and in the future for your children. An agreement between the seller and the buyer. And all these mentioned documents are tenable in the law courts.
Yes, they are all good titles for a property.
Good titles for properties. With this, we'll be wrapping up today's edition. One word from Sandra.
Yeah, like we said before, you have to be very careful when purchasing your property. Any property you are buying with this listed title that we have mentioned, then you are in the right boat.
You are in the right boat of getting wonderful properties while having Gesset, C of O, governance, and of course, deed of assignment. This is where we draw today's curtain of the program. I still remain your host, Taiwo Shoyebo. See you next time and bye for now.